Affinity Photo is a one-time paid app, and until late 2025, it's actually free for everyone, because Canva officially acquired Affinity Photo. Unlike Photoshop and other subscription-based platforms, Affinity is currently available without monthly payments. With the newer versions, Affinity has added updated features, improved performance, and a refreshed UI layout. All available right now for free. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick and easy overview by recreating this thumbnail. So, let's get into it.
First, install Affinity by going to Affinity Studio official website. You have to create a Canvas account to download and install it. Once you open it, and Welcome tab will show up, and click the green plus icon in top right corner. It will open Document Settings panel, and make sure to set documentary units to pixels and set your resolution here, to me 1280 by 720, because this the YouTube thumbnail resolution. And I'm also going to check the transparent background, otherwise it will create a white background, which I don't want. And click Create Document. Now I'm here. In the top you can see Vector, Pixels and Layout and Canva AI tabs. And on the left side you can see Tools, and on the right, as you can see, Color, Layer. I'm going to use only Pixels in this video. Pixels, which is same as Photoshop, and Layout is same as Adobe InDesign, I think. The cool thing about the Affinity Photo, all the keyboard shortcuts work inside of Photoshop, work here as well. Okay, let's pick our thumbnail. Just drop this on this bar and it will open a tab here so we can work easy. To switch around these two tabs, the shortcut is Ctrl plus Tab. Make sure you're on the Pixel workspace. First, I'm going to create a background. I'm going to do this by clicking Pixels, which is right here, and select New Fill Layer. And I will create layer, and you can see in the Layer panel. I'm going to change this color layer by using this color planes. In this thumbnail, I used the deep blue-like color, so let's pick the dark blue. I'm going to use this code, 16212F, for that specific color. Once I click Enter, it will give the color that I want. Now I'm going to create this dark black edges by using Brush tool. Keyboard shortcut is B, and if you drag to the left, it will be small. But I want it bigger, so I'm going to drag it left, and to make this brush soft, but this time drag up using mouse to make it soft. And if you drag down, it will get sharp edges like this. I will zoom out a lot and paint around like this to create that dark black edges, like this. The reason I'm painting here is because the brush is super soft, which means the edges reach way further than you expect. If I just paint it here, you can see it covers the half of the image. But what I'm noticing is this my background is way too dark. So let's brighten it up a bit. Now, instead of changing the color here, you can also do it right over here at the bottom. You can see it says Set Fill. Double-click it, and this brings up a slightly more convenient color chooser than this one. Because now, here I can choose HSL slider here, and this will allow you to change only the luminosity of this color. So let's brighten it up a bit, like this. And you can see the power of creating things that are non-destructive that you can easily change later. Since now, let's make sure to don't change this background anymore, like if I accidentally put it up and move it somewhere else. So let's lock it. But as you can see, both of these layers are the background, so I'm going to hold Shift and select both of them. Then right-click and choose Group to put them in a group. And then I'm going to click this lock icon here, which will lock this group. No matter what I do, I can't do anything to the group. I will not accidentally select it and move it or mess it up. Now focus on this image here. I use the Affinity UI layout image and drag it here. So, in this selection of Move, I'm going to select the Perspective tool right here, and this small tab will pop up, and check the Show Grid here, and move this grid edges here. And I'm going to add the shadow. To do that, by clicking the Layer Effects panel, a window will pop up. So in here, choose the Outer Shadow, which will insert a shadow. I'm going to increase the radius and also increasing the offset. And I can even increase the radius even bigger than 100 pixels by using mouse scroll to increase it, or type a number, or holding Shift and move the scroll wheel, or holding Control and move the scroll wheel. One more cool trick, you can click this offset tool, which will let you pick up the shadow with your mouse, and you can put it anywhere you want. So if you want a precise placement, you don't have to play around with these sliders. You can just pick it up and drag it anywhere you want. Now, once close it up, you'll notice there's a little FX logo that appeared on this layer, which means there is an effect applied on this layer. Anytime I want, I can double-click here and go ahead and change these parameters if I'd like, and you can add anything from here. Now I have to add is Affinity Photo logo, and I will drag this photo like this. And to remove this black line, I'm going to mask it by selecting the rectangular tool, shortcut is U, and just draw a rectangle like this. And you can see it's a square. It's because I'm holding Shift while drawing it. So in this way I can get a square because I don't want a rectangle here. I'm going to hide this temporary. In this way I can see the logo underneath while still being able to control the rectangle. And I want to bend the corners. You can see it has a rounded corners. So in order to do that, I have to go this menu here, and there is corners right here. Click it here and choosing rounded, so it will become like this. And there is a red thing here. You can move it like this, and I'm going to make it perfect. Now I'm going to switch back to my Move tool, shortcut is V, then enable this rectangle back. So now I'm going to put this image that's outside of the rectangle inside of the rectangle. Now what happened is we put this image inside of the rectangle, so it's only visible inside of the rectangle. Now, to bend this logo like this, I have to select the Perspective tool by selecting Move tool and doing it like this. Now, again, I have to add shadow. Same, click the Layer Effects and chooses the outer shadow and configuring this like this. Pick up Typing tool, shortcut letter T. And I'm going to select the frame text. This one lets you draw a box where you can type inside of. I'm going to type this text. Now changing color like this, and now it's time to add shadow. I have successfully recreated this thumbnail. The only thing left is exporting this image. There's a quick way to do this. Right here at the top right, you can choose Export PNGs or click this arrow to configure how you want to export it. So if you click here, we can choose different options like JPEG or whatever you want, and you can just hit Export it. Or the other more advanced way to export is to go into File and Export. The simple shortcut to export in advanced way is Ctrl plus Alt plus Shift plus Windows, and this will brings up the export panel where you can choose a bunch more things for your export settings, like disabling the metadata that it embeds into this image, and then click Export. It will ask you where you want to save it.
So that's a quick look at Affinity from a creator's perspective. You can explore more and do whatever you want with it. It has no limits. If you're someone who wants to design thumbnails, graphics, or simple visuals without jumping into subscriptions, Affinity is definitely worth exploring. I'll be using it more in my own workflow, especially for thumbnails and creative assets. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.